and welcome to the kitchen. It's 2022, it's veganuary right now as I'm shooting it. So if you're considering a plant-based diet for the 2022, if you're already plant-based, in this video I would like to share with you my idea of batch cooking and how I use it in my day-to-day life. Because not everything is just this fancy recipes cooking. Sometimes you just need something very simple, so it doesn't take too much time throughout the week. It will help you stick to your nutrition goals. In the end of the video, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be eating throughout the week, and let's get into it. Starting with my most loved protein source on a whole food plant-based diet, those are black beans. As any legumes, we are going to soak them for around 12 hours to improve the absorbability of the nutrients, which include iron and protein, and I'm not indifferent about that. The beauty of cooking your own legumes is that you can infuse the flavors that you like. In this case, we are going to use one big onion, white, dice it so it can release the flavor. The smaller the dice, the more flavorful it's gonna be. We are going to dry saute onions and garlic so they can become more flavorful and release more aromatic compounds. 5 to 6 garlic cloves, peel them and chop roughly. Adding onions and garlic is going to increase the absorbability of that non-heme iron. If you are on a vegan diet, please do not disregard your iron consumption. Deglaze with a touch of white or rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon tomato paste. Allow it to develop flavor for around 3 minutes. If it starts burning, add a touch of water. 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, ginger powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder. Cover the beans with fresh water. Do not use the soaking water. The beans should be covered by around 5 centimeters of water. High pressure for 45 minutes. Our potatoes, these are ridiculously expensive, but they're clean. While the beans are cooking, preheat the oven at 200 degrees Celsius and we are going to roast our sweet potatoes and garlic together. Garlic is going to be wrapped in foil. You can also add a little bit of herbs and olive oil inside. Why I'm placing them here is because it's going to be the side that's closer to me, so I'll be able to take these out and this will still continue to cook. We are going to make a blend of nuts and seeds. You know what's interesting about those packages is that they say iron is like 29% of the daily requirements, but they don't say for who. Sesame seeds, nutritious and high in iron as well. This toasted blend of seeds is going to be amazing on salads, on any kind of bowls. I absolutely love it. You deserve to treat yourself. Preheat the pan on medium-high and add the seeds. Toast them until they're slightly brown but not burnt yet. 1/4 cup nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and mustard powder. You can use the spices that you like. Allow to cool down before storing. Quick oven check. I do feel soft. This garlic is going to be a beautiful addition to any kind of wraps or bowls, and it's not going to have a very distinctive garlic smell. And in a short while the potatoes are ready as well. And roasted bell peppers, yes please. Preheat the oven at 180, get rid of the stems, arrange the bell peppers on a baking tray and send them into the oven for around 25 to 35 minutes. Now this is ridiculously expensive in Dubai, but what I'm really proud of is Russia. And we first are going to toast it because this is going to help it maintain its texture. For the toasted buckwheat, preheat the pan at medium-high heat, and here I'm using 1 cup. Almost smells like it could burn, but it's not burning. This is the time to add some water. Mushroom time. If you are not new here, you know I love my mushrooms. We are going to saute them with some kale and with some barley. I'm chopping up the mushrooms and I'm going to be using them mostly in bowls. Meanwhile, our bell peppers are ready. Look how pretty they are. Right now they are really hot. Allow them to cool down for around 10 to 15 minutes. And meanwhile, our buckwheat is ready. It's really well separated, really nice grains in there. Mushrooms pair nicely with some greens, and we are going to use kale today. We're going to remove the stem, clean it, make sure that there are no insects because you don't want insects. And we are going to massage it in order to make it a little bit softer. This is also a nice technique if you want to use it for salads. Of course, I'm cooking it with around 2 cloves of garlic on a heated pan, that's medium heat. After the garlic starts releasing its flavor, we add mushrooms and allow them to release the water and cook down a little bit. After we see the water, it's time to add the kale and allow it to cook down as well. I'm doing it under the lid, this way the kale cooks faster. This is a good time to add any ground spices. 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon coriander, 2 teaspoons of sweet paprika, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy or tamari sauce. And we are polishing it all with 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. And it's going to be ready in about 30 seconds. Moving on to the beans.
When we do batch cooking, we are leveraging the fact that it takes the same amount of time to cook 1 cup of something, let's say a grain or beans, legumes, as 2 or 3 or 4 cups. So the time of preparation is not dependent on the quantity of the product that you are trying to cook.
And as we are approaching the end of the meal prep, we are just peeling off our cool down charred bell peppers. Look how easy it is to peel them, and it's also really easy to slice them. They're very flavorful, very fragrant. They will go nice in any kind of stir fry or pasta, as well as that if you can cook a hummus. And this is a punch of vitamin A, vitamin C is out of the picture after you roast them, but also fiber, and they're just beautiful. We are going to pre-cook these. So these are broccoli meats. This is a broccoli hybrid with something else. I'll put it on the screen. We want them to be green, first of all, so for this we do not overcook them. They will remain crunchy, they will still have that texture. Cup of water. Overcooked broccoli do look brown and sad, so you don't want to do that. 1 minute on high pressure is more than enough. Dip them fast into the iced bath, and this way the cooking process will stop and they will still maintain this beautiful color.
I would like to have a sauce or a couple of those, so I can use that in bowls, in wraps, in salads, and it does bring a little bit of a different dimension to whatever you cook.
One of my favorite sauces has tahini in it, who knew? And it contains juice of 1 lemon, 5 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Tahini, 2/3 cup, and give it a quick run in a blender. Apart from cooked and pre-cooked food, there are of course things that you may want to have in your pantry, and here's my personal list for every day.
Here is where you can find more things about cooking without oil if you still think that cooking without oil sucks. And here you can find some great sauce recipes in order to elevate your kitchen game. And I see you there.